Hi everyone, have a nice day. Today I tell you the life story of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a pastor, and his mother was a teacher. Raised in a deeply religious family, young Martin learned early about the harsh realities of racism in America. King was a brilliant student, skipping grades and entering Morehouse College at 15. He earned a degree in sociology, then pursued theology, eventually earning a doctorate in systematic theology from Boston University. During his studies, King was heavily influenced by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi and the idea of nonviolent resistance. Christianity and Gandhi's principles formed the core of his approach to civil rights activism. In 1953, Martin married Coretta Scott, a talented singer and activist. Together, they raised 4 children. Coretta supported King's mission, often participating in marches and speaking publicly on civil rights. In 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat. King led the Montgomery bus boycott, a year-long protest against segregated buses. It marked the start of King's rise as a national civil rights leader. In 1957, King co-founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC. The SCLC coordinated nonviolent protests across the South and became a major force in the civil rights movement. During the 1960s, King supported sit-ins at segregated lunch counters and freedom rides challenging segregation on buses. These brave acts helped expose injustice and galvanized public support. In 1963, King helped lead the Birmingham campaign. Despite arrests and violent resistance, it drew national attention. King wrote his famous "Letter from Birmingham Jail," defending peaceful protest. On August 28, 1963, King led the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Over 250,000 people attended. There, he delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, calling for racial equality and justice. King's activism helped push forward the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The law outlawed segregation in public places and banned employment discrimination, marking a huge victory for the movement. In 1964, at just 35 years old, King received the Nobel Peace Prize. He donated his prize money to the civil rights movement, showing his commitment to advancing equality through nonviolence. In 1965, King led the Selma to Montgomery marches demanding voting rights. The brutal response from authorities shocked the nation and led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act later that year. King later spoke out against poverty, economic injustice, and the Vietnam War. He launched the Poor People's Campaign to address economic inequality, believing freedom meant more than ending segregation. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. He was there to support striking sanitation workers. His death sent shockwaves across America and the world. Today, Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy lives on. His dream of justice, peace, and equality continues to inspire millions. His birthday is now a national holiday in the United States, honoring his life and work. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and add a comment if you have learned something from this video.